flex right stack, 394 dragon smoke, chill, turbo, stuff and light. Y2, green right off nasty, hell to Y2, the X base
Hey everyone, welcome back in the huddle. Scott over here, happy to be back, but mad about last week because everybody got injured, bruh. Everybody got injured. How bad is your team looking now?
Hey man, you see, I just made a move out of desperation.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that, bruh. Man, injuries is part of the game, but I can't. I got DK out, man. I got Jaden Daniels probably gonna be out this week. I mean, I don't know what to do right now. I'm just grabbing for straws, trying to win week after week, and all I can do is crawl.
At least you tasted a win in the past week, man. I don't know what it feels like to win, man. It's been so long. It's been so long.
So was that 4 games, 3 games?
3 games in a row, about to be 4.
But I mean, you could lose what 7 games and make the playoffs still. After that, it's a wrap. So I mean,
that means I can't lose no more. I will have 6. 2 more losses and I'm done.
Yeah. Who else got injured this week? Oh man, Deshaun went out. Is that karma? Yeah. was that karma?
What did Jameis Winston say? I won't kick a man when he's down.
You're right. right. True. I don't wish injuries on anybody, but I don't think the world really felt bad for him when he went down.
No, I don't think so either.
I think the offense would be better with Jameis.
I think so too.
Yeah. Let's see. Mike Evans and Godwin down, and man, and Ayuk, man, I'm lucky. He's happy he got paid.
Bruh, guaranteed money. Like, he knew what he had to do and he stood on it.
Yeah.
Kudos to him.
Yeah, that was a smart move. Even though he was fumbling the bag at first, he got it done, and he needed that because if he had did that, he got injured with no money guaranteed.
Right. On a 1-year deal. Oh.
Yeah, he going nowhere next year.
Facts.
How about that trade from D Hop to the Chiefs? How you feeling about that?
I'm just, I don't know. I think it's good for the Chiefs because they get an experienced guy, but I'm just not too big on D Hop. Like, it's either going to be an injury or something. Like, I don't know.
So it's a push. So you don't think D Hop's going to be, his value doesn't increase?
For sure.
Because I had D Hop and he wasn't doing shit for me, and I dropped him. And then like a week later, he goes to the Chiefs, and now I'm like, fuck. I wish I would have had him on my team still. I don't think he's gonna blow up, but
I don't think he is either.
I could have had that bye week feeling, maybe like 10 points or something like that before it was giving me like 6. That'd be the 4 points might win a week.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He don't really move the needle though for me. So like, it's just a move. It's just a splash name move right now.
Yeah.
Unless he goes crazy or like looks like himself, but otherwise I don't see it being too much, especially Mahomes ain't got to pass it.
And Mahomes ain't doing shit anyway.
Crazy.
Mahomes ain't doing shit at all.
Crazy.
All right, y'all. We got a good episode for y'all today. We got another addition to our Manger Spotlight series. Today we want to bring in a special guest and ask some questions about the league and his team and in general his general feelings about NFL. So let's go ahead and bring on our special guest in today. Today is Clarence, aka Show Me Them TDs. What's going on, bro?
Oh damn.
Hey, bro.
Hey, call me with my back turned and everything, talking to the back of my head. Coming to the stage.
Like an episode of Family Matters. Turn around with the introduction.
Oh shit!
That was definitely planned. Hey, so we want to bring Clarence in and go some questions for the league and some and his team. But before we get into that, Clarence, we have some breaking news. Right before the podcast started, a
Not
trade
another
went through.
bad. Now I'm about to say not another
That
bad trade. Not another bad trade.
trade just went through. Is on my desk for approval right now. So I want to go through it real quick before I hit approve.
Oh, Lord that person.
So this trade is between Skylar and EJ. And Skylar is giving away Jerry Judy and Trevor Lawrence for Tank Dell and Josh Jacobs. How you feel about that? Now Skylar's only gonna have 2 quarterbacks now going forward, which is gonna be Dak and who else you got? Dak and
I mean,
Sam
so
Darnold.
we doing some set it off shit around here now. We doing set it off shit. We going hard to paint. We doing some Queen Latifah four rows going back braids. Like what we robbing motherfuckers these days. What we doing?
Bro, I'm just trying to I'm just trying to get by, bro.
Get by. Shit.
Yeah,
You walking out that joint? Slim, you look. Come on, man. Look. A man that's gonna put some shit out there, and two men gonna have a conversation, and two men talk about some shit and say this is what it is. I mean, who am I to judge?
Right. So a little background. So I was talking to EJ about a trade as well because he needs a quarterback, right? So because he has Dalton who's not playing this week, but my trade because he told me there's some players on my team I'm not trading, and Josh Jacobs is one of those players. And so
I gave him a bigger name though.
Yeah, but so I was trying to give him a low key trade, like nothing serious, like something can help him out this week, and he won't lose much. I was trying to give him, who was it? Gardner Minshew for Bucky Irvin. Low key trade. He gets a QB for this week and a backup QB for going forward. And Bucky Irvin is on a 3-player committee in the backfield, so it's not like he's doing a whole bunch. It's just some extra depth for me and depth for him. Something real simple.
Yeah.
He threw out. He told me Josh Jacobs and and a few other players are like, we're not on the. You're not being traded.
Hey, Sky got some dirt on EJ. What you got?
Right.
Hell no, man. Hell no. You didn't see the trades he done made with Gustavo.
Both of y'all. Hey, EJ, listen, bro. I got 4 quarterbacks. EJ. Hit me.
Hey, look. I might need a quarterback, so we can talk after this.
Hey.
Oh man, that's a crazy one though, man. Like that's going. I mean, to be real though, just from a fantasy perspective, for real, that's going to kind of shake some shit up and change some things. You know what I mean? Because moving to Josh Jacobs and a Tank Dell right now with Nico out, you know what I mean? Like,
well, Tank Dell, he ain't really doing. Even with Nico out, he still ain't doing much.
But they just said they was going to give him. They just said they need to get him the rock though.
Yes, they did.
So they're going to try and get him the rock.
Yeah.
So you got like what? How many more weeks is Nico out? 1 more week, or is it 2 weeks?
2 more weeks. And guess who got Nico?
Right.
Me.
So he don't lose nothing.
He don't lose
nothing.
Yeah.
So he don't lose nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, see, like, that's what I'm saying, bro.
You can't play them both though. When Nico gets back, you gonna have to take down the bench doing nothing for you.
But he don't lose.
Well, I could trade him.
He don't lose.
At that point, who gonna want him though? Because with Nico back,
I got 2 weeks to make something happen, and a lot can happen, as we see.
And
I just lost Ayuk, so I definitely need some help.
Bet money he gonna trade Tank Dell right back to EJ. What's up? Like I don't need him no more. London off you. Let me get Drake London off you real quick.
Oh my goodness! Nah, bro. I wasn't even trying to ask for Drake London. He cooking, bro. I ain't expecting. Hey, he's showing out now. They don't figure out how to use him, so I didn't expect that.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and approve it. I mean, it's not collusion, so I can't deny it. It's a trade is a trade.
I look, you use the C word. I was just gonna ask how many niggas spilling in the pot. What's up, man? What y'all doing over there? What y'all?
Bro, I'm just trying to stay relevant, bro. It's been 3 straight weeks of losing, injuries, bye weeks.
Got pictures of them.
I'm just trying to stay competitive, man.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm gonna go ahead and just relinquish my top spot. I mean, it's coming.
Hey, man, we'll get to that too. So my first question to you is, so you were in the league. I think you left and came back. So now as you're back, how you feel the competitive is compared to how it was before when you were in the league? You feel
Oh,
like
bro, it's oh, bro, listen. I think everybody elevated their game. You know what I'm saying? I think all the owners that we got are pretty good players. You know what I'm saying? We got some savvy dudes in our league, man, for real. And that what was it, like a year, 2 year, 2 years?
when you were here last time?
Yeah, it was like a
Yeah,
2 year break.
yeah,
And I mean, I'm just looking at the teams right now when I came back and re-inherited my old team back. You know what I'm saying? And looking at stuff like, hey, this dude, I don't know, but I mean, he was kind of competitive. He was kind of
yeah.
competitive, but I mean, it's some we got some owners in our league, man, that really know what they're doing. So it's kind of you got to be on your shit to be in this league for real.
I feel like it's
So
really
Facts.
increased since the past like 4 years.
yeah, fact. And then like even with the changes that y'all have made and everything, you know what I'm saying, going to three keepers now, you know what I'm saying, that shit make it crazy. So now it's like, do you take that approach of holding on to three QBs because you know you never know what's gonna happen the next year, or do you drop a QB to come in with one of your other position
Hmm.
players? Like,
Right.
bro, it's competitive as hell, man. And the way things at the top of the daggone draft that happened this year with all the injuries and all of that, like dudes is hurting. So
Yeah.
so if you
Hmm.
didn't plan for with your number twos and then your bench, bro, like you hurting.
Right. So that
Yeah.
brings me to my to the next question. What do you think has been some challenges, and where have you found success?
Oh, I'll tell you like this, man. Like the biggest challenge, just for me, like I don't really get a chance on a lot of nights and to really be sitting in front of the TV. You know what I'm saying? Be
Hmm.
hopping on players and on injuries and picking up stuff first like that, like a lot of
Hmm.
people do. So the fact that you know we got those kind of guys in the league who take this shit seriously, you know what I mean? Like you got to be
Mhm.
again, you got to be on your shit, or
Yeah.
you're gonna be
Right.
ass out. You know what I'm saying? So like we can have a starting running back on our team. If that dude go down, somebody watching the game, boom, they got their
Yeah.
back up immediately. Just like with San Fran, you know what I'm saying? So,
Facts.
Hmm.
so if you ain't paying attention, bro, you gonna get left behind. It can hurt you. It can really hurt you.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Um, and I'll tell you, like one of the great things that I noticed that I like about coming back and being in this league, man, is that you know the competitiveness that everybody shows, that they
Mhm.
are taking it seriously. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
it's gonna be some hard ass decisions made, some you know what I'm saying, some hook your brother up decisions made and stuff like that. But it's all rolled into it just because of the owners are who they are. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
we got some skilled owners, so that's
Mhm.
I like it. So.
So do you feel like the fact that you can't like we don't have waivers, you feel like that it hurts you a whole lot because you're not able to watch the game as often.
Yes, yes. For me, yes. Because man, like
Mhm.
again, if I'm out on the bike doing whatever, or if I'm doing something else, or I ain't just sitting in front of the TV, you know what I mean? Like I just gotta, I get the scraps,
Yeah,
scraps
because
and
Facts.
scraps.
if y'all don't know, Clarence is always out. Clarence is always at a party, or he is the party. So much. You follow him on Facebook. Clarence is always at a bike party, always live streaming. This man ain't never home.
Right.
So I,
But I mean,
I
but
give
I,
you
I mean,
props for
but
defending himself.
oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That's what I'm about to say, man. Like the fact that I am where I am, I really wanted to pay attention as much as I possibly could during the draft. Even during the damn draft, I was out of the goddamn MC party up in Jersey. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Getting pulled left and right and stuff like that. But I really wanted to try to focus on having a team that's gonna be like kind of always in the mix, right
Yeah,
Mhm.
down the middle. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, I could probably count on scoring 250, 260 a week. That's always
Right.
gonna keep me in there. You know what I mean? So I know I ain't got all of, I ain't gonna bust 300 every week or whatever it is, but I'm
Right.
always gonna be competitive, like right there in the good scoring range to win. So that's kind of the way I built the team.
So how do
so
you base?
go
So how do
ahead.
you base who you how do you keep your keepers?
That was a tough one coming back, but
Yeah.
I will say like, for me, I'm glad that, you know, the guy that took over after I left didn't let my top two QBs go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because I mean, even though Josh Allen is hot and cold this year,
Hmm.
damn, damn, what's my damn QB's name? My damn,
You got
Jalen
Hurts.
Hurts. Jalen
Mm-hmm.
Hurts, he real hot and cold. You know what I'm saying? They trying to get the damn coach fired, but
Yeah.
so he hot and cold. I'm glad he didn't get rid of them because I mean, no matter what, you got to have as your number one option for your team need to be a baseline of points per week. And no matter what, your QB, if you got a decent one, should give you no less than 30 a week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you
And
got
that
if you got
30
a
be helpful.
yeah, bro,
Right.
like because
I done had some weeks where it's been 10, then
16.
12, 15.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, like you are a top tier QB. Why are you
Yeah.
giving me these numbers?
right. And if your QB's floor is gonna be 30, you know what I'm saying? Like you straight you in there for the most part. You just gotta make sure that whatever you do with everybody else is gonna give you close to, 10 to 15 a game.
Right.
So, and then on the good side, on a good day, you know what I'm saying? Josh Allen can drop me 100 if he do everything he's supposed to do.
But hold on, are those days still here?
I
With that
haven't seen
offense
that.
and those
Nah, bro.
players? I don't think
Different,
that. Yeah.
different offense, man.
Yeah,
Different
it's a whole
offense.
different ball game now. I don't think
Yeah,
that's the
so
same Josh. I mean, he's still gonna put up points, but I think those days are gone for him. At least for right now.
me too.
Just
Me too.
for this season, but that's the thing. It's a keeper league. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
bank on that. I'm gonna bank on him to go back to the draft or make some trades and get a
trades,
real
definitely.
number one. Like,
Right.
So that's the good aspect of the keeper league is you got to think long term.
Mm-hmm.
Short term, long term, like 2,
Short
3
term,
years.
long term. Yeah.
Can't go too far out. Get crazy.
Yeah.
So you talked about how you always out of town. So I want to touch bases on what happened last week with the roster, because I put out in the chat the question there to everybody that you had posed to me about switching those players out on the roster, but you never chimed in and gave any details to what was happening. So I think because you didn't give any details, it left everybody else to be like, well, he had all damn week to do this shit. Why you got to do it now? So go ahead and explain the predicament that you were in, and maybe that will change some minds and hearts about everybody saying no and voting against you.
Oh no, man. So I was out in Cali. So I work for the government, and when I'm out there doing stuff like that, like we locked away in certain areas where you can't have devices. That's what I mean. I mean,
Yeah.
So so we can't have stuff. So even when you be getting off at 10, 11 o'clock at night, I'm in the room. I'm going to sleep because I got to be right back on base at daggone 0600 or whatever it is. So I was out there for 3 straight days, and then Thursday hit, and I knew I was flying out. And I end up my first flight was delayed. My second flight, we got stuck on the daggone tarmac, sat on the damn tarmac for over an hour. And that's when I was trying to get my text finally went through the guts. And I was like, yo, bro, I'm stuck on the tarmac, no Wi-Fi. You think the league will let me switch this up, because I just wanted to trade out Javonte for Alan Lazard because Javonte Williams hadn't been really performing over the past few weeks. So I just want to make sure I had at least a good, floor guy that's going to give me 8, 9, 10 points somewhere around there. And again, I didn't have connection, nothing, so I couldn't see anything. You know what I mean? So that's why I asked the question. But Gus he responded, was like, well, yeah, I don't think it should be a problem, but I got to put the question out to the league. Woo. And I was getting the text messages finally because we're getting closer and inching closer and closer to the daggone gate on the plane. So I started seeing the text messages coming through. I'm like, damn, no. I was like, fuck. I was like, shit. I was like,
I didn't vote no. I voted yes.
Right.
I was like, these cats is cutthroat. I was like, boy.
I understood, bro.
I was like, it's lonely up here at the top. I was like, y'all gonna do me like that? Y'all gonna
life be life, bro. I get it.
I saw it. I was like, this is gonna be. And I first thought about it as okay, it's probably some shit going down. He probably didn't have any access. But then I think it was Mario and Quan were like, why he changed his lineup all week? He had all week to do this shit. Why he wait till the last minute to do it? Which is a fair question. But I was like, I was waiting for you to chime in and be like, no, whoop, this is what happened. This is why I couldn't do it. But because you didn't, I had crossed my thumbs. I can't talk for the man. I got the man.
Right.
He's for himself.
Right.
So I was just sitting there like, I'm gonna let the vote go the way it goes. And I didn't think it was gonna be that overwhelmingly no. I thought it'd be more like, I figured it'd be more yes, to be honest.
Same.
Just because people have been to that spot before where, well, not often, but sometimes you get to that spot where you don't have the opportunity to change your line or whatever because you out of pocket. But But yeah, no, the niggas was like, nah. niggas was like, nah. So
Nah. Yeah.
it is what it,
But
but it worked out though.
They
listen, I'm gonna
did.
tell you. I'm gonna tell you. So Gus was like, because
I
the
told
game
you,
was
yeah.
because the game was on and Gus was watching. I couldn't see the damn game. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wasn't getting no updates. None of my apps
Checking.
worked. None of that. So Gus was like, I don't know. Maybe you might be all right because it looked like Javante might go off.
Yeah. It was like the first like drive, but the hole was
Yeah, he had
opened
a
up for
long
him.
jump.
Yeah, he was just running
Yeah.
and running. I was like, it feels like it's gonna be Javante game. And it was.
Look at God.
Look at God.
Oh man. See, that's why I had to hit y'all with the color purple joint. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing you gonna do gonna prosper.
Hey, look, man, I wasn't on the wrong side of history on that one.
I mean, it is
Nah.
what it is. I can't be mad at them for saying no.
Nah,
I can see
not
that
at
their
all.
point of view. So I can
Yeah,
see
for
their point
sure.
of view.
Yeah, I ain't
Sure.
mad at it. I ain't mad at it, man. Look, like I said before, man, we got a league of some good managers and owners. You know what I'm saying? We know these dudes know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, we gotta be competitive at all times and hold each other to that competitive standard. And I ain't bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I don't mind blowouts. If you don't want to get blown out, stop a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
Yeah. So I got a question for you about the draft. So I've seen in the past, when we draft offline, some guys come to the draft with like a draft board that only lasts them to like round 7. After that, they just grab first rounds because they prepare. So I'm curious to know, how did you prepare for the draft, considering it was offline this year? Were you like prepared for all the way to the draft, or were you kind of like round 10 and on, were you kind of like, who's best available?
nah, so I legit, I ain't even gonna lie to you. And I was mad because I legit for a good 2 weeks did a bunch of sheets, this, that, whoop, 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 how I want to go because I knew what my keepers that I had or whatever it is. I knew where I wanted to kind of target around where I was. I knew what position I was and everything. So I'm like, around this area should be between these 3, 4, 5 players or whatever it is around this time, based on that, because I know the motherfuckers in the league. So I
Yeah.
know what's gonna be moving. And I
Mhm.
had my thing lined up and I left all that shit right in my house, bro. I
Yeah, you
forgot
just said that.
everything.
Yeah.
I forgot everything, and I was up in fucking Jersey when this shit happened. So I got on the daggone computer like an hour before the draft when I was trying to do up some stuff or whatever it is at the hotel. Put a couple things together. But I said, so for that one, I didn't really get. I have remembered a lot of the stuff that I wanted to do, whatever it is. But I typically for this league, because we got what, 25 rounds. I try to make sure I can get myself good, knowledgeable idea of what I want to do up until about around 15, 16.
Okay.
Just with trying to predict as much as I possibly could. You know what I'm saying? But at that point, I mean, now you're looking at defensive players and kickers and shit like that. So that's where it get kind of squirrely. But I mean, I try to get my way around like 15, 16. But I think everybody for this league should be planning for around that time so that, it's not, a lot of the well, who and then it
Right.
just
Yeah.
you know
That's
what I
the
mean?
part that drags shit, man. Be like,
Yeah.
scroll down so I can see who's left.
Right.
Yeah. I've been even
So
thinking
what do
about
we?
like trying to throw out more like points for defensive players as well to like make them more.
Yeah.
I had an idea earlier too. I wanted to run by you like with the let me try. What did I say, bro? It was like a decent idea. I'll get back to you because I've had a few of them. I had a few of these Eagle Rares, but you know what I'm saying, just to try to help like on the defensive side. Like I mean, because tackles. Think about this. Like if a dude on a great night, a dude is somebody get 10 tackles. Why we ain't got bonus points after a certain number of tackles per game, the same way we get it for a certain number of yards per game for a receiver or a running back. You know
So
what I'm
that I
saying?
can't
Like,
do. It's not Yahoo setting. I can change.
oh, okay.
So Yahoo is
Right.
limited in that aspect. But I think right now we have it set to 1 point per tackle and half point for like a half tackle or a shared tackle, assist tackle.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like,
maybe you could increase it to like 1.5 for a tackle or something like that, so they make more impact to the game.
right. I mean, because then that'll make owners start to really focus, or not focus, but look at certain defensive players a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Rather than being like, an offshoot or like, afterthought, it'd be more like, I got to strategically get these linebackers and DNs because
Right,
they
them
really put us
points
the
be
points.
clutch.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Them 12 to 15 points, 20 on a good night, really
Yeah.
could
Right.
get you through, get you over the top.
Yeah.
Right. And then that'll kind of make people think about possibly even starting trying to draft some of them top defensive players a little bit
A
earlier.
little earlier,
Yeah.
And it'll free up maybe some other offensive players for some, you know what I'm
Sleepers.
saying? Yeah.
Right.
Food for thought. Go ahead, Scott.
So, what do you think your best trade is as a manager?
Oh man. I think for me, it is always putting a team out there that is for real, no matter what. Like y'all done it all year. Y'all been going back and
Mhm.
forth. Clarence, other dude, Clarence. Y'all been back and forth every time. And Sky always go against me. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
my competitor. That's what I got to do.
My team is always going to be in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Like you can rest assured that I'm not bullshitting when I'm doing this. And
Yeah.
when you look at my roster for real, that like my roster look like that shit should be some garbage, in my opinion. Because this don't even look like one of my good teams.
Look, you said not me. I believe I said to Scott in the beginning. I was like, on paper, like this roster don't look that strong, but he just keep winning. I can't. At this point now, I can't bet against him. He just keep winning games.
Bro, like on the real, like I try to draft. I know I got a lot of seconds. I got a lot of number twos on the team or whatever it is. But guarantee every single game, them number twos gonna get some playing time.
Yeah.
And when they do get in there, they're gonna try to maximize that shit every fucking time. You know what I mean? So when I got somebody sitting in the flex or the third receiver, whatever it is, third receiver start performing like a second. You know what I mean? Like that's the way I kind of look at it. Where it's keeping my floor at a certain level.
You're getting all the value you can.
Yeah, you 6-1 too. Shit, man. So you guarantee you go to the playoffs at this point in time.
Right. I'm gonna tell you, man. Like these injuries is fucking killing me. Like every week, I don't know if Debo gonna play. I don't know if Kittle gonna play. I don't know. I don't know if Devontae for real back from that damn concussion. I don't know. Like, yeah, it's tough for me, man. I'm hurting.
Yeah, it's
man, we all are, bro.
This is the part of the year where the bye weeks and injuries they compound each other, and it's like we had to talk about this last week in the last episode. It really takes a toll. You know, the goal is to me is like coming through this era, at least winning half the games. You can win half these games, come out 50% on the bye weeks.
Yeah.
What I don't like about how Yahoo set up now is because before it was like you had a few games with no bye weeks, then you had a bye week games, and then you had a few games with no bye weeks again before the playoffs start. And now it's just like the bye weeks end the week before the playoffs. So there's no like if you don't do good during the bye weeks, there's no chance you pick it up in the back end before a playoff start to get that momentum. So it's like if you don't do good in the bye weeks now, then you just ass out.
Right.
It's just hurt.
Yeah.
And I understand that. Why are there like 8 teams on bye one week and then like 2 teams on bye the next week? Like how the hell are we doing that?
Right.
Like who decides? I mean the commissioner, of course, but like why? Like why are we doing this shit? Like make this shit even, like 3-3-3-3
each week. Exactly.
It's simple, right?
That's a hurt man talking, folks. That's a hurt man talking.
Fuck, man. See my tears? My face is all shiny. My tears. All right, Clarence. So we gotta put you on the spot for these next few questions here.
Shit.
Who do you believe are the top 6 teams right now in the league?
Yeah, man, I ain't even got to memorize, man.
16 goes to the playoffs. So I'll give you a quick rundown on the standings right now.
Okay.
So it's you 6-1, Ray 4-3, Eamon 4-3, Chase 4-3, Mario 4-3, Scott 4-3. Then Quan 3-4, B 3-4 at 8, and then you got BK at 2-5 at 9, and EJ at 1-6.
Right. So I'll tell you, like on some real, like for real, just based on the way the performance has been so far, the top 5 as they go right now are probably the way it's probably going to end up. And I think based on as of right now, team construction right now, that's what I believe it probably might end up being. And number 6 is going to end up being Sky because I know the trade he just made tonight that you're about to approve. Now, and I say that, and then Sky's team can probably jump up above 6 to probably go somewhere in the mid of the pack, like 3-4. based on this trade for real. Because I mean, I think that's going to be impactful as hell. Getting
So
Josh Jacobs, the top running back, that dude is every week
he's been balling.
balling.
He's been balling.
And then you got that going. You got the handcuffs, so to speak, with damn Nico and Tank. So you know what I mean. You'll be able to replace Tank with Nico when he come back in 2 weeks. I mean, you're not really losing nothing, probably but like 1 or 2, maybe 3 a week. But other than that, bro, like I think his team is about to shake some shit up.
I need it.
So with trades, though, this is why I think it's interesting sometimes, is because you look at it and you're like, okay, well, Sky got the biggest boost, but the trade can't be that bad because he probably gave EJ the best quarterback on his team right now. So I remember one time I was talking to somebody about a trade, and they were like, "Man, you giving me all your bench players," and I'm like, "It's not my fault that my bench players are starters in your team."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you look at how your team's going to improve because you have better players. It just happens to be that my team's more stacked than yours, so my bench players are starters in your team. So is it really a bad trade? It's because the player you're giving me is going to boost me up a little bit because now I got to be a better starter. But I may give you like 3 players on my bench that now starting your team. I mean, you still going to do shit, but you're going to do better than you did before.
Right.
So Trevor Lawrence, I think, is going to help boost his team. But I think Jacobs is going to be the biggest benefactor of that trade.
Yes.
But what I do want to talk about, so you said the top 6, you didn't include Quan in there, and Quan has been doing bad because Tua has been out and Tyreek Hill has been doing shit. And then he lost Devontae Adams for a little bit, and then I think somebody else he had was out. So his team's come back healthy now. So I still think Quan has a little bit of a shot to sneak into that 6th place possibly, now that his team's getting more healthy. And Kirk is coming around. So, I mean, okay. But I hear you. I hear you. So basically
where's Gustavo at?
I'm not shit. He said that. He said that. I'm not even in the top 6. Like
I can't. Look. I was looking for ways to try to pull yours back up in there, bro, but I'm like,
don't pity me. Don't pity me. Side.
I'll be all right.
Right.
Niggas get shot every day, B.
I don't need
You'll
you.
be all
I
right.
don't need you.
You'll be all right.
I'm gonna do without you. So I'm saying shit. It's all right though. I heard that.
It's a strange year. It's a strange year. Like you look, bro. Look at the game tonight. Puka and Cooper Kupp is back tonight.
Yeah.
In the same game.
Yeah.
In the same game. You know what I mean? I mean, it can go any crazy way. I mean, right now, what is it? Oh, it's 14-14 right now.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, and I'm mad at look, Sky's dude that thrown 2 goddamn touchdowns to 2 nobodies. To 2 nobodies.
Keep it
Ain't
up.
helping nobody but himself.
Helping me. Me.
Look, I'm playing Ray. He got Jefferson and Cup, so keep it up. Keep it out all the way up. I need all those touchdowns to go to no-name players if I got a chance.
Just hand the ball off to Aaron Jones. I'm good. Take it that way. You know what I'm saying?
So you give him the top 6. You said the top 6 as it stands now, but for the championship, besides yourself, you can't choose yourself. Who would you think who has the best chance of winning the championship other than yourself?
I think just because of sheer recent movements and trades and moves that he done made, this might be Eamon.
Damn, bro. I was just talking about that.
Yeah.
I said that man been making some moves on the low ski.
Yeah.
It might be Eamon. Because, I mean, like, when you look at this team, the way he's constructing it, excuse me, I'm sorry, guy. But Eamon has been, like, from even earlier on, and I was mad because I had to do this out of necessity real early in the season. I had to drop Chase Brown. And he picked Chase Brown up immediately after I dropped his ass.
Hate that happens.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
hate that shit. Like,
and he balling. He about to take that backfield. He about to take that backfield over. You know what I'm saying? Like, he been doing that the whole time and watching who's gonna be where. And once we get later into the season, these newer, younger players or whatever it is, bro, with all that extra stamina, that's who he got on this team right now, bro. And he got a team that's gonna be late in the year fresh, and them dudes is balling. I just see his players scoring a lot of points toward the end of the year because they're trying to prove themselves and prove their position in the league. So I think he's gonna score a lot of points toward the end of the season.
And you did it. You did the same shit to me because I dropped D Hop and you stacked him up,
Yes.
and then he got traded, and
Yes.
then I was like, "Fuck, man,
Yes.
he wasn't doing shit for me on my bench." And
Bro.
then now he's on the Chiefs. I'm like, man, I wish I would have had him on my bench now.
Bro. And look, I knew they had to move him. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing I'm looking at right now. Like, who got to move somebody?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They had to move D Hop. Like, Tennessee ain't going nowhere. They ain't doing nothing. So let's move some parts and get some stuff for some stuff out there. Like, Cleveland about to do some. They already did some
Yeah,
shit.
Cleveland and
But
Tennessee on the same path right now. What
right.
it seems
So
like.
I mean, it's gonna be some more. I mean, that's gonna be the defensive players we see over the next couple of weeks or whatever it is, or next week leading up to the 4th. But yeah, man, like I knew D Hop was gonna move. So because I had him, I picked him up last week or 2 weeks ago, and I dropped him, and then you had him,
Yeah,
and then you dropped him. I picked him back, and yeah, they made that trade.
Y'all
I
playing
was.
hot potato.
Yeah,
And honestly though, I had bigger hopes for Will Levis this year. I thought he was gonna be like kind of like a Jameis Winston, where like he's gonna fuck up in the beginning and then have to throw the ball a lot to catch back up.
bro, he too busy, bro. He too busy. Got them oiling up. He too
Yeah,
busy oiling up, getting the muscles out there, man. Like,
he's
look,
not doing
he
nothing
ain't.
at all.
Yeah, he's not an NFL quarterback, man. He's he might be a backup somewhere, but he might fizzle out like a Tim Tebow.
Or look at Rudolph.
I mean, Rudolph shit. I mean, he's still playing.
Yeah, I mean, I did. I thought he was gonna be a sleeper this year, for like a third
was
QB on the
asleep.
team. Yeah, right. But yeah, he didn't pan out at all.
Yeah.
He didn't pan at all.
Hey, that boy garbage.
He's athletic though. He's athletic, so he can.
He's the JaVale McGee of the NFL, bro.
Right.
Like, come on, bro.
Hey, look, you might as well tell him to call Taysom Hill and figure out what he's doing down in
Right.
New Orleans, and go ahead and start playing some tight end and some
Right.
running back.
Yeah,
Let him learn how to
he-
catch the rock.
He probably
Yep.
be beast at that too, right? You're right.
Right. You want to
All
do
right,
all
man,
that?
well-
You want to do all that weightlifting and shit? Go ahead,
Yeah,
and put them muscles to use.
you know, damn mayonnaise and shit.
Right, mayonnaise and coffee.
All right, bro. Thanks for joining us, man. Glad it's your first time on. I'll have you get on it sometime soon. So stay tuned. But
All right,
Appreciate it, man.
appreciate it, man. We'll holler
Appreciate
later,
y'all,
man.
fellas. All right, bees.
Take it easy. Good combo.
Always good to have a good guest on, man. Always good to hear.
Yeah. So that's funny because like I always wondered like who has for drafts who was planning out for the entire 25 rounds. Remember that one year when Chris had drafted, he only had players for like the first like I think it was his first 7 or 8 rounds, and then he was like, "Bruh, I'm signing off. Just pick the players for me, right?" So I had drafted the rest of his team and my team, and then that year he won, and I came in second, and I was so pissed. Like I didn't want to do him dirty, so I gave him some players that I had on my list, so his team wouldn't be complete garbage, and he ended up winning. And I feel like sometimes we'd be at the draft and niggas be like, be around like 15 and be like, I don't know, man. Let's go ahead and scroll down. Let's see who's on the list.
That draft fatigue is real.
Yeah, but Roses down in Dumfries opens up in November. So I'm thinking now next year we should do a draft out there. Like a little mini MGM. And it's closer to everybody than MGM actually is. They got like 30 restaurants in there now, something like that, they say. So they have a soft opening this week, and they open it up for real in November 11th or something like that. So I'm looking into that, see how much it'll cost to like rent a room out for a few hours and do a draft in there.
Stay tuned, folks.
Yeah, stay tuned. Because we're not going to Vegas apparently, because nobody's being real about that. So I guess the biggest thing is out for now. We'll come back to that. We'll circle around. All right, so let's get to these picks real quick. Close this out. So let's see here. Last week I did pretty good. You didn't do too well. So for me versus EJ, we both picked EJ. We both lost that one. Bro, that was the ugliest game ever. I won that shit with 180 points. I don't think I ever won a game with that low amount of points. Like, it was garbage. Like, we both had players going out. Jaden Daniels went out for me. I think Dalton or somebody went out for him.
Bro,
like,
that's your tide is about to turn, bro. I'm telling you, you about to start winning.
I need to go on the streak right now, but I lost DK. But that shit hurts. So I'm hoping that the Cowboys had a week off and they talk to each other and say, "Hey, get together." You know what I'm saying? Stop
Right.
bullshitting. And then second half of the season, they're going to hopefully start. The second half of the season for the Cowboys is an easy schedule.
Right.
So I
I
need CD to ball out.
facts. I need that too.
So that we got was you versus Mario. We both chose Mario. You were right. But Chase versus Quan. I chose Quan. You heard that, Quan. I chose you. I picked you, Quan. And Quan won. You picked Chase. No bueno. Both picked Clarence over BK, and then I chose Ray over Eamon. That was a tough one. I remember that one. It was a tough one.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I went the way I went. So I went. I didn't need to damn tallies. Hold on a second here. So you went what? 3-2, 2-3. You got. You missed 3. So you got 2-3. So you 27. So I think it's tied now, 27-8. Yeah. And I
You
got
doing this like it's
on the
calculus.
slap. Oh no, I got 4. Did I get 4?
It's
Hold on, nigga. I got 4. I lost that one. I got that one. I got that one. I got that one. Yeah,
algebra, folks.
I'm ahead of you now. 28 to 7. So you're 27-8. Those are guns. Back on top.
You got 2 wins. You got 2 wins. All right, man.
All right, let's look at this week's slate. So me versus Ray. I'm gonna choose Ray. Who you got?
I picked Ray as well.
Yeah.
Not the drink. Yeah.
I mean, look, it is what it is. He got Jefferson and Cup. They probably both can go off tonight. I'll be playing uphill battle for the rest of the week. It is what it is. But I need this win. Like I need to go on a streak here for real.
I feel you, man. So do I.
You and Chase.
I went with Chase, but that was before I made the trade.
Yeah, you're right. I went Chase as well. It was close though. Like this was the game where I looked at it and I said, "Nah, I'm gonna come back to that shit because it was too hard to decide."
I'm gonna stay with Chase though.
Okay. Mario and Eamon. I got Mario.
I got Eamon.
Oh, okay.
I like them receivers.
And Quan and Clarence. Ooh,
I got Quan. I got Quan.
I got Quan too. It was tough. I can't bet against Clarence, but Tyreek is back with Tua, so I'm like that wild card for him is back.
It's big too.
You can put up 60 points easy.
Pause. All right, man. EJ versus BK. I originally said BK because EJ ain't have a quarterback.
Yeah, see, that's not fair. I mean, I had to pay BK too because he didn't have a quarterback either.
But you saw the trade.
No, I picked this earlier today. This is done. I did my picks earlier in the day before this went down, before the trade went down. So I have the right to change my mind because I am an adult. But
because I am an adult,
I'm still
I'm gonna go with BK.
I'm gonna go with BK. I'm sticking with my guns.
Yeah.
It's like last week. I'm gonna stick with my guns, and I'm not gonna change it up.
I'm gonna stick with BK as well.
All right, but you made his team a little better, so now it's possible. But into this week, I could be fighting him for last place. If BK wins and I lose, I'm right there with EJ.
Anything is possible.
Right. Shit, man. All right, y'all. I'm glad y'all tuning in. This is all we have for this week. Thanks for Clarence for joining us. We'll have somebody else sometime soon. And tune in next week.
Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for listening. Thanks, Clarence, for coming on. Always look forward to having a great guest coming on. Look forward to seeing y'all next week. Good luck to your team, except when you're facing mine. We out.
Yeah.